The stock market pullback is already underway. Hey guys, I am Luke Downey. I am with mapsignals.com going over our latest insights, and data has a way of telling you the future. Let's go ahead and get to it. Listen, stocks are at all-time highs. I want to use a great quote from Baseball Hall of Famer Yogi Berra. He said, "It's like deja vu all over again." If you guys have seen The Matrix, you know what I'm talking about, because when deja vu actually hit, that means that there was a glitch in the system and the bad guys were on the way. Well, guess what? The stock market has the same type of glitch that we are going to get into that alerts you of trouble ahead. Before we get into it, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It might make you a better investor. And why do I say a stock market pullback is underway? Well, you can look at the big money index. This is our favorite indicator by far. This yellow line, it's telling you when money is coming out of stocks, and it also tells you when money is going into stocks. But we've been overbought for a number of weeks, right? People just can't see any way that we could pull back. But the BMI, when it starts to pull back like it is right now, we've seen this in prior times, it tends to spell some trouble in stocks. Well, which stocks, Luke? It tends to be small caps. Big caps too, but mainly small caps. You can see this big money indicator has definitely had the Russell 2000's number for the past couple of months. But what does it tell you when the BMI is falling, right? First, it's telling you that the level of buying is slowing, and it tells you that selling is starting to increase. So since we've been overbought and actually fell out of the overbought zone, here's the performance of the major indices. So you got the NASDAQ 100, it's up just under 1%. S&P 500, it is up less than that. And then you see the Russell 2000, it is actually not hanging in there that well. So we are seeing a little dichotomy under the surface of the market. But why are we talking about this glitch? Well, the BMI is usually going to fall ahead of the market. Okay, it is a forward-looking indicator. And we told you about this in January of 2020 before the pandemic. We weren't predicting a big crash, but the BMI was telling us months in advance that there was a big amount of selling happening in the data. Also, this happened in September 2020 when this glitch happened. Same thing in August of 2022. Data just happens to have a way. But let's go ahead and revisit the phases of big money for our new subscribers. So money flows in 4 distinct phases. The first one is huge buying and little selling. This is where we were December and January, right? Everybody's thinking of FOMO. AI is going to change the world. We hear this story all the time. Then we get to phase 2 where buying slows, selling starts to pick up. This is where we are now. It's usually near a peak. Then number 3, buying starts to slow, selling starts to take over. This is when the pullback has begun. This is when you start seeing all the bearish sentiment all over Twitter, YouTube. And then finally, the best buying time is going to be phase 4. This is when buying is gone, sellers are in control, nasty headlines, people are, thinking bread lines and all that stuff. They're usually telling you to sell stocks at the bottom, but don't worry, Map Signals is going to be telling you want to be buying during this period. But let's drive home what is important about right now, because this pullback, it is underway, right? The BMI is heading lower. It's breaking out, breaking below the overbought level. Here's what we know about the Russell 2000 small caps and the S&P 500 whenever the BMI falls out of overbought. Well, these upward channels, that is the S&P 500 in normal behavior. So 1 week out, it's up 0.2%, 2 weeks out, up 0.5%, out to 2 months, you would expect the S&P to be up roughly 2%. Okay, this is just the average. However, whenever we're falling out of an overbought BMI, the Russell 2000 is down 1.5%, 1 week later on average, down 1% 2 weeks later, down 1.2% a month later, and it's still down 2 months later. Same thing, same type of behavior you see in the S&P 500. So basically a bull market is no match for a falling BMI. And we've got Marty right here, McMap. He is zeroing in that we should be focused on some volatility. Expect the chop before the pop. This is a time to get your buy list ready like we've been telling you. We've been telling you to prepare for a pullback. It's finally here. Nobody wants to hear it until it's too late. But you know what? This is the power of data. And Yogi Berra, he also said that you can observe a lot by watching. Wow. We will be watching the data. I hope you guys will be too. Make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.